Hi, everybody. I'm David from Property Inspect, and welcome to this Property Inspect MRI Property Central integration video. I'm going to run you through the integration between Property Inspect and MRI Property Central, as well as show you some of the features of the Property Inspect product. So let's get started. The first thing you'd like to do is connect your accounts. In order to do that, you would have a Property Inspect account. You would navigate to Settings, Integrations, select Property Central, and here you would connect your account. In order to do that, you need three things. You need an email address, password, and database identifier. In order to retrieve that information, what you would need to do is contact your MRI support team and provide a first name, last name, email address associated with the API user, and which database the user should be linked to. Now, we would always recommend starting the integration with your test database before moving to the live database. Once you've connected the accounts, you would be presented with this screen, and this is your Property Central settings. So here on the top, you can see we can import properties from Property Central, whether they're new properties or updates on a daily basis. If you would like to include contacts, and contacts would generally be when you're running a lease, have an active lease, and it would generally be the tenant information. So that can be pushed through to Property Inspect. You've got some options in terms of the contacts. These are options here. For example, should the contact receive the completed report? Should they be notified of the inspection date? And should they be preloaded as a signatory for easy signature collection? And the next thing you can do is just choose the location within Property Central for the inspection documents. So in this case here, you can see we are syncing the PDFs to the entity tenant, and they are going to the folder inspection documents. In order to reduce the number of properties and units sitting within Property Inspect, you can also choose what property types you wish to import. Here you can see Property Central, where you would be loading a new property, or your existing property and leases would be sitting. Once they are in Property Central, they will then arrive in Property Inspect. And here you can see if I click on the Properties tab, I can then filter and find my buildings. And underneath the buildings, I can find the individual units. On the building and on the individual unit, there would be a full log of activity, including all inspections carried out on that building or that unit. So you have a full audit trail and a full log of activity on the building and the units. Right here on the bottom right, you can see a contact the tenant has been loaded automatically from Property Central. Here you can see all the information, including telephone number, tenant code, and the relevant settings. For example, sign, deliver, and notify about the inspection has all been automatically toggled on. Right, here you can see Property Central, and we're in the tenant entity. The inspection document has been uploaded to the folder Tenant Attachments. Property Inspect is an online system for scheduling and performing inspection, as well as an app to use in the field on-site to collect the information and conduct the inspections, no matter what type of inspections they are, from residential inspections to commercial take-on and handback to risk inspections, health and safety, weekly, monthly, or quarterly building inspections. We can accommodate all of that. Let me show you some examples of some output reports. This is just a simple cover page of a residential inspection report. What I'd like to show you here is you can see that there's date and timestamps on the photos. Photos and videos are embedded into the reports. The condition is all captured, and any issues are flagged up and a responsibility is assigned. Here you can see a commercial inspection, perhaps on a building performed on a monthly basis, on the fire equipment. And here you can see the relevant information relates to the date of last service, the next inspection date, and who performed the inspection. Some of our customers use them for electrical inspection. The purpose of showing you this is the flexibility in terms of the inspection types and the templates. So here you can see an electrical inspection report is being conducted and a relevant template has been created. Whether it's a take-on, a handback, or a move-in and move-out, the data from the previous inspection could pull through to the current inspection, and any changes can be highlighted and flagged. Here you can see there's two items where the condition has changed between the move in and move out. This has been flagged and can be pulled as a separate report, as well as the actions and liabilities and associated responsibilities, which is easily collected in the app on site. Again, to show you the flexibility of the system, here you can see a student accreditation inspection, and here we're looking at the compliancy of certain items, as well as any issues getting flagged, answers on certain questions and checklists. Again, the purpose of this is to show you the flexibility of the templates and the inspection types. This is the Property Inspect system and the dashboard. What I'd like to show you is on the left-hand side, you've got the ability to customize the inspection types to your specific requirements. So in this case, we've got residential move-in and move-out, monthly building inspection, health and safety, annual building audit, and we also do commercial, take on, and hand back. Live activity is sitting in your feed over here. And then at the top, we can go through to our inspections lists, our properties lists, create teams and clients, as well as customize our system through the settings. Scheduling an inspection is very, very easy. This can be done manually through APIs, through CSV imports, or through an inspection scheduler. So here to schedule an inspection, I simply choose add a new inspection under the inspections tab, select the type of inspection, make sure that your correct template is associated, select a date and a time, and make sure that my relevant building manager or inspector is assigned to the inspection so that they can perform it in the app on their phone at the property. Once an inspection has been completed, you'll have access to a lot of information. So here, for example, at quick glance, I can see the date and time stamps on various events. For example, when the inspection was marked active, when it was sent to a manager for review. If you look at these tabs over here on the top, you can see I can view the report, I can view all the issues, I can view uploads or add uploads, for example, a compliance certificate. I can view the email and share history and the full activity log. And I can also view the geolocation of certain events. For example, when an inspection was started and marked complete. I can view that on a map. On the drop down here, you can see the actual report itself. I can view a changes report, the actions that were captured, the photos and the videos. I can export it as a CSV, PDF it, or share the report via a link. When it comes to settings, there is quite a lot of settings. I won't go into all of them all. There's some general settings, report-specific settings, and you can customize those for each of your different types of inspections. You can reduce time on site by using dictionaries and customizing your actions. Templates are, of course, vital, and we've got very, very flexible templates, including conditional logic, which can force photos or comments, for example, when certain questions are marked yes or no. There's some other settings over here, which we won't have time to go into today. But for example, customized emails and the ability to use various pre-built integrations. Here's some of your settings that I'll just show you quickly. For example, job sheets is toggled on here. This means your building manager, your inspector, your agent will receive an email with a list of all their inspections for the next day. This can also be integrated into the calendar on their phone. Here you can see signing reminder is switched on. This means that if a signature is not captured on site, the signatory will be emailed 1 day, 3 days, and 6 days to remind them to sign the report online. Right, here you can see a few other things, for example, tags and custom fields. This is for advanced use when you're looking to pull data or push data from inspection reports to custom fields, or the other way around, or create specific tags relating to your properties and your leases and your units, or the inspections themselves. Right, some of the report-specific settings I'll show you quickly. For example, tenant feedback. This can be switched on and off for different types of inspections. And it's the ability for the tenants to comment on the report online and add photos with an automatic notification going to the manager or to the PM to notify them that a comment has been made. Here you can also see we can just customize the look and the feel of the report through actions and liabilities by grouping them in the way that we want and having photos appear in the places we want them. On the larger property management companies, there's generally quite a large number of people working in the business, and you can create your teams. You might operate nationally or not, but you might want to create a team. Here you can see we can add our users. We can add users as admin, super admin, inspectors, etc. And we can give them various levels of responsibility and hierarchy within the system. And we can create teams, for example, based on geographic location, tags, or inspection type. One thing that we continually are building out is the analytics or the reporting ability. Here you can see we've got an analytics tab that will give us data on the number of inspections, the status of the inspections, who's performing the inspections, etc., etc. All of this information is available also through our APIs. The online platform and the app itself communicate through the APIs, which means data is readily available to be utilized in your specific case. Right, here we can see that if you would like to streamline the tenant recoveries process, you can preload a list of predetermined costs. And when the building manager or inspector is performing the inspection, they would be able to select the quantity and the item, and automatically the RAND value will be added. If a responsibility is assigned to this item, for example, the tenant, this could auto sum and give a total to the finance or to the debtors team. For example, here you can see a report, which they could then deduct within the Property Central platform to streamline and speed up the deposit being repaid and making sure that no deductions are missed. There's a lot more to the Property Inspect product, but those are some of the highlights that we wanted to share with you. If you'd like some more information or you'd like to arrange a demo, please contact us at sales@propertyinspect.co.za. My name's David. Thanks for watching.